Hello and welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get into the soulmate connection reading for Taurus. It's a 7-day outlook to see where you and a particular person in your life that you have a connection with are at. Right? Now, sometimes we have soul connections with a lot of different people. Or we're going through twin flame journeys with different people, right? Could be somebody coming into you from your past, or it could be a reconciliation. It could be somebody you're with right now. You could be in challenge. Whatever the case may be, we're going to take a look at that one particular connection. Look at where your head is at and look at where their head is at. All right, Taurus? So let me give it one more shuffle. Excuse the siren in the background. I am in the city. Every now and again, you're going to hear that. All right, guys. Show me Taurus over the next 7 days. Twin flame journey. Alright, you have Ace of Cups, Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay. Truth and love. Your person has the Three of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, and a High Priestess. Wow. Alright, at the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Pentacles. So a lot of Queen energy, right? We have all 4 queens. Wow. All 4 queens. So strong feminine energy here. Divine feminine energy. And of course, this doesn't have anything to do with sort of gender. We're talking about the energies that are here. But that is unusual to have all 4 queens represented. It's interesting, though. It feels like this is a good reading. This is, let's get into it. How do you guys come into the week? Well, Taurus, you see yourself as in love, and they're looking at a betrayal. Okay? They're looking at a betrayal. So, how have they been betrayed? They feel betrayed. And for you, it's a new love connection. Now, this could very well be... I don't think, I'll put it to you this way. This person, they either feel betrayed because of something they've gone through with someone else in a recent past, right? And so this kind of betrayal is something that is lingering on them this week. Or they somehow feel like something you've done, but considering that, Taurus, this is a new love connection for you, Ace of Cups, you're feeling like brand new, right? This could be something that, you know, you don't even know you've done. This may just be somebody who's very, very sensitive, you know. But whatever the case is, they're coming in feeling hurt. They feel like their trust has been betrayed in some way. And this week, they're kind of feeling some kind of way about it. It could be something that you've done, but how, you know, this is not an old relationship, right? So for Ace of Cups to come in, for you to feel in love and new, and also I see you as seeing them as a Six of Wands. I'm looking ahead, so this is definitely, this Ace of Cups is definitely in relation. Let me light my incense. It's really definitely in relation to them, right? It's not like you're moving on or something like that, and they were the ones you were with. All right, so it's interesting how that's coming out, Taurus. Now, how do you guys see each other? We're going to know more in a minute. Again, this is as looking ahead. This is where I'm getting some more of this actual positive energy. We're going to figure out, I'm going to pull some clarifiers on this Three of Swords. Six of Wands is how you see them, and they see you as a Queen of Wands. So they see you, Taurus, as a strong individual. They see you as someone who has been through a lot, who's very wise, who's strong, right? Who has dignity, you know what I'm saying? The Queen of Wands can sometimes represent someone, a woman, right, who is a strong woman, a fiery woman, someone who oftentimes she's a difficult woman to handle for a lot of people, male or female, you know, depending what her sexuality is, her sexual preference, but she's still tough, right? So Queen of Wands is how they see you. And yet they have this Three of Swords here. So Three of Swords is not someone who will betray someone. Queen of Wands is not someone who will betray you, right? So for them to see you as a Queen of Wands, again, it's interesting to me that this Three of Swords would be there so prominently. It can feel again like they are somebody who is dealing with some kind of sense of betrayal in the past. Now you see them as a Six of Swords. For you, they are like a victory. You see them as somebody who, to a certain degree, and again, this is the next 7-day outlook. So you're seeing them kind of riding high, riding on top of the world, right? They feel like, you know, all eyes on them. And it feels to me, Taurus, like they're not wanting you to know about this. This Three of Swords, this hurt that they're having is something that they're almost maybe not willing to tell you. Again, if it's a new relationship, it could just be that they are like, you know, Taurus, you are a sexy beast, right? And sometimes when you get into a new thing with somebody, you meet somebody new, you almost can hurt their feelings without them knowing. They may be a jealous person, possessive person. You may have had too much, have too many other sort of people attracted to you, and that has somehow made them feel some kind of way. And yet and still, you don't see it on the surface because you're seeing them as a Six of Wands, right? You're oblivious, right? Almost to this. If you know what I'm saying? Like, ergo this reading, right? So it's going to feel like this is coming out of nowhere. And especially, they still see you as the Queen of Wands. They still absolutely have a lot of admiration and respect for you. It's so funny. You're dealing with a real interesting character here. Now, what do they desire and what do you desire? You desire Queen of Swords and they desire Queen of Cups. Over this next 7-day period, it's going to become obvious to you that what, you know, let me make sure, can we get this focused? There we go. What's happening over the next 7-day period is going to be obvious, you know. Queen of Swords, you're wanting honesty, right? As this is unfolding, right? You're wanting honesty. They want to be able to share their cup of love with you. You want to be able to be who you are. And again, this goes back to this Three of Swords, this sense of betrayal. Sometimes Three of Swords comes out and it's not because anything specific has actually been done. In this case, it's how they're feeling. It's the energy. They're feeling some kind of way about something. And it feels to me, Taurus, like it's mostly something that you have no control over, you know. And it could be that you're very gregarious or you're very flirtatious, right? And this has hurt their feelings. And you want to be able to be who you are. You want to be able to be honest with who you are. That's Queen of Swords energy, being honest with who you are. And deep down inside, and not even so deep, but what they desire in this connection is to be able to exchange their cup of love with you. They may be very sensitive about opening up to you, right? And so they're putting on these airs. What needs to happen? Honesty, conversation. An honest conversation, Ace of Swords. Communication, communication, communication. That's what needs to happen here. Maybe even a whole new kind of conversation. You may not have had this conversation with this person before, Taurus, but it needs to happen. And you need to be able to be very honest with them about who you are. And it could be that just allaying whatever their fears are. If they are sensitive, if they are jealous, and they kind of can easily feel this three of Swords betrayal from you, just being honest with them about what your intentions are and that your intention isn't to hurt them. Right? And just, again, a new connection, right? For them, what needs to happen is High Priestess. They really need to get in touch with their emotions. And more importantly, with their intuitive side of their heart, right? Listen to their gut, you know, instead of listening to their head or listening to jealousy or listening to emotions. You know, I almost want to say strength card here is what's needed as well. But with the High Priestess coming in, it's very much like they need a minute on their own to realize what it is they really want. Okay? It could be that this week they're pulling away and they're just being much more out, you know, out with their friends and doing social things and not trying to show you that they're hurt. Once again, it is a new relationship. And for you, Queen of Pentacles, right? Right now, Taurus, what makes you feel happy is oftentimes is working on working on your craft, whatever that is, whatever your job is or whatever it is you do for a living, whether it's a business or you're an artist or whatever job or work you have, you love it. And it fulfills you and it gives you strength. And certainly when you're doing something that you really love to do, Queen of Pentacles. So, you know, while they're figuring themselves out with that High Priestess and needing some time alone to get into themselves, and maybe I want to say also for you to leave them alone, because the High Priestess also gives you nothing, right? She really gives you nothing. She kind of sits back and says, look, you figure it out, right? And so that's kind of what needs to happen here also. From your point of view, you may need to give this person some space and just be like, be the High Priestess, in as much as you're going to continue to be in touch with your feelings, but you're going to not give, let them work it out on their own. At the same time, also, continue with what you're doing. Show me some clarity on this reading for Taurus and this new love connection you have with somebody. This is really, it's an interesting read. It feels just very much like you're dealing with a very sensitive person. And again, we have that, all 4 queens here. So there is a lot of emotionality. There's a lot of water here. There we go. 6 of Wands. Pride. There's some pride issues here. They're definitely, their pride's been hurt. Okay? 6 of Wands can sometimes be pride too. 2 of Swords, they need to make a decision. 4 of Pentacles and a Magician. Oh, okay. So 4 of Pentacles there. That's interesting in what needs to happen as far as desires concerned. 4 of Pentacles is pulling back. Definitely holding on. It's generally associated with, being greedy, right? And I would say in this situation, again, what you both desire, you can't be greedy with each other about it. You can't be greedy with each other's time about it, or with the time that it takes, right? So again, it could also be that part of what is going on here with this individual is that they do have a little bit of worry about financial issues, right? It could be that they've been burned before financially and they worry about that. But you have 6 of Wands here coming in between you guys. So I pull these 4 cards to see what is the energy connecting the 2 positions and the energies on the 2 positions. And 6 of Wands here, to me, yeah, what's connecting this feeling of 3 of Swords with you is that they're prideful. They're very prideful, and I feel like they may have been embarrassed or hurt inadvertently in some kind of way. How you guys see each other, it feels like there needs to be a decision made, of course, right? It could be either you or them will find over the next 7 days, they're going to be very indecisive about how to move forward or how to communicate. But ultimately, at the end, Magician comes in over what needs to happen, which is really to just be your own best person. The Magician is his best, is the best you, right? Be the best you can be in every way, right? You, Taurus, and hopefully they can be the best them they can be. This seems like a beginning of a relationship that's quite rocky. And you're dealing with somebody who's a little bit sensitive, who's a little bit prideful, and they're bringing a little bit of baggage in. It feels to me, again, also, Taurus, like whatever is happening here, you're kind of like in the dark about it. You're more kind of being your own person and not sure and being honest. And a lot of the kind of waffling here, of course, is from their point of view with that 3 of Swords. All right, my Taurus, I hope that this gave you some insight on a connection that you have with somebody in the next 7-day outlook. I do hope it gave you some clarity. If it did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. That really helps me out. But for right now, guys, have a wonderful week. And I'll be interested to see how this turns out. Bye-bye, guys.